Where are you at with the Belichick thing, Jake? Bill Belichick says he's hiring an outside PR firm. Good move or bad move?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a necessary move. I think that, if you listen to the show on Thursday, we had our disagreement about Jordan Hudson and her involvement and motive and everything like that. But, the thing you're not going to get away from with her is that she's damaged him a little bit. I mean, I don't think there's any getting away from the way that interview was handled or the optics of how it was handled. Were not great. Obviously, they just weren't. And I think that, the story where she allegedly gets involved to prevent Hard Knocks coming into UNC, that's also not great either. So I think that, Bill Belichick, and this is my main point last week, Bill Belichick is someone who has always been a control freak, has always been, always represented himself well, has always had a certain style, a brand, a way he goes about things. And I always just felt like this was very out of character, just how this whole thing was going. Not that, having a girlfriend per se is out of character, but just that she was so involved and so in control and, like making all these decisions that, weren't representing the hoodie very well. And so, yeah, I do think it's a good idea. I do think that you should have, if you're on Bill Belichick's level with the money you've made and the career you've had and everything you've done, you should have a professional PR team. With all due respect, your girlfriend should not be your PR team. You should have a professional group of people that handle this stuff for you and make sure that you are represented the best way you can be given the situation. So,
and you're saying she clearly is not doing that.
Yeah, I just don't think there's a way that anybody could deduce that she's doing that based on what's happened here. And if you're the person that's believing what Bill put out in the statement about the CBS interview, where it's like, we had a nice 35-minute cordial conversation and just the way it was cut. And all I have to say is if you're releasing statements about how it was cut, there clearly was an issue. And you're not getting away from the fact that you guys showed up the way you did, handled the interview the way you did. Like, I don't know, man. I just think that there are people in this world who have done enough and won enough and are elite enough at their given profession where you need to have certain things in place. Like, you have an agent, you have a publicist team, you have professionals doing what they do.
But I want to play this Dunkin commercial because I'm stunned. Look at the people in the commercial and see if you can find Jordan Hudson.
Battle of the coffee brand bands. Welcome to Java Jam. Battle of the coffee brand bands.
This ain't the Dunkings. Where the hell are Matt and Tom?
Forget them suckers. Matt Damon and Tom Brady don't have the heart of a champion. We got a new squad, Dunkin sequel. Affleck's and Belichick. Dunkings! A little more spirit on the, on the charge next time. All right. We got a fourth Dunkin too coming. Oh my God.
Hey, man.
Is that coffee? What are you doing in there?
I'm just trying to find the character.
We got to battle the barista buds.
I'm all in for Dunkin.
You should have paid for Matt.
I told you that.
Dunkin! About to get roasted! Like a dark seasonal roast with coriander and slight balsamic drizzle.
Sounds like what's in my garbage disposal.
See you, coach. How much to wait a half hour to get my name spelled wrong on the cup?
Nobody wants a goat milk double half calf soy milk cap. You could just brew it. It's beans and water.
Oh, damn. Listen, Dunkin's for all of yous. America runs on Dunkin.
She's all up in that commercial. I mean, and reportedly, she forced her way in that commercial.
Yeah, that's what's being reported.
She reportedly,
yeah.
That's why I said reportedly, Jake.
Yeah.
Reportedly, Jordan Hudson forced her way, demanded that she have a role in that commercial. It's stuff like that that just smacks of unprofessionalism, difficult to work with. Can't do that. So Bill Belichick is allegedly engaging the former Chicago Bears PR guy, a Chicago former Bear PR guy who's now a PR guru, to represent him in all things PR. And I think it's high time. It's the right thing to do. It is what we talked about. I think it's disrespectful to North Carolina. You know what I think? I think it's disrespectful to Bill's legacy, to his brand. When you have her now killing Hard Knocks, allegedly, being a pain in the ass, allegedly, for CBS News, forcing her way, allegedly, into a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. It just feels like the allegedlys never stop.
Yeah. And it feels like it's always a problem. And I think that, I I just think that Bill Belichick deserves better, man. With all due respect, like I think that I don't want to. I'm not going to pretend to understand where Bill Belichick is mentally with all of this. I don't know. You know, I don't know what this relationship is for him. If it's a romantic thing and they actually are in love, or if it's some
Why
type
do
of.
you continue to question that?
Because I just
You don't think he's petting the kitty?
no, I do, bro. I
said,
do.
I said,
yeah.
hey man, I said petting the kitty.
Right, I know.
Can I nothing?
No,
Wow, meow. Right, meow. Can I
No.
get something right, meow, for petting the kitty?
no,
Okay.
no.
My bad.
You
No.
know, I try.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No. I think it's very interesting the way this dynamic is played out. I think it is there's a lot of damage done to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that this whole thing here about fire bill, get out of here. Do you want to demand she not be around? Okay, I'm good with that. Do you want to say, hey, she can't be, officially, because he's having staff copy her allegedly on any email sent to him at North Carolina. Any North Carolina email has to have her copied on it. Do you want to say, okay, we're not going to do that? We're going to be, I don't know, a normal football department and not talk through your girlfriend? Okay, I'm down with that. Firing Bill Belichick over this.
Like, don't you agree that's weird?
That is very strange.
I'm not saying
Sure,
he should be fired. I agree he should not be fired. But I just think that this whole dynamic of like that email thing is a great example of what I mean when I say I don't have a great grip on like what this really is for Bill. Like, you know how like when you can look at a relationship and like, hey, these two people are in love, like everything's great. Like, I don't really get that vibe from these two. And maybe I'm wrong. I would be happy to be wrong. Dude, like I want it to be happily ever after, but it's hard for me to get there when you have all these just oddball dynamics at play,
100%.
dude. Like whether it's that she's, or was allegedly his PR person, now he's shifting, or like her being on the field constantly. Like I understand, hey, like your wife can come on the field or your girlfriend comes on the field after practice is over, or maybe here, like, but all the time, like.
And what happens when they lose?
Yeah.
What happens if you have a 4-win season this year? Then what?
Guess Jordan's staying home, huh?
And I agree that the ACC is not exactly the bastion of great football at this point in time.
Yeah.
But you're mid-table in the ACC, right? So you're not going to be elite. Does Bill change that? Well, I mean, he's got a phenomenal staff. A guy like Michael Lombardi, as his GM, that's huge. But I have a real issue with what's going to happen. All this is fine until you don't win games.
Right.
All this is fine until the NIL money disappears. Right. All this is fine until Jordan doesn't want Bill doing PR that doesn't include her.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Because I got news for you, kid. It's May. You've got a month maybe left, and then we're into football season. So,
and that's why I say, like, I think that's a great point. Let's take the winning and losing portion out of it. What does this look like in the middle of football season? In the heat of it, right?
It looks like not good if this continues.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think it's very reasonable and smart by him to do what people are calling benching her from the PR team. Just changing that, and hopefully that fixes it. But I just have always felt like this is very out of character, generally speaking. You want to tell me, hey, he leaves the Patriots, gets a girlfriend. That's all cool. I have no problem with that. But the way once you get him back in a coaching role, and all this is still going on, that's just flat out weird to me as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, but I think you have to look at Mikael Schwinger. His comment is good. Gotta admit the boots on the field are hot. I mean, who's not, getting there 21 times a month to
macaque.
I'm not. Although I will say, I believe I've surpassed 21 times a month.
Yeah, boy.
But I mean, there's no doubt she's an attractive gal.
Right.
That's never been the question. Why are her past 2 boyfriends older than your mom's uncle's cousin's grandfather, twice removed on your father's side? That seems pretty ancient to me, right? Like her past two, because you say she doesn't have sex.
I don't say that.
Okay.
I don't say
you
that.
say that she doesn't have sex with senior citizens or those qualified for Medicaid or Medicare, which used to be a thing in this country, but it's not anymore. My point is, listen, if you're old enough to draw Social Security, she's probably about that companionship. Is that what you're just?
I think we have no idea what this
You are
relationship is
convinced
absolutely about.
You are absolutely convinced
that they are not in love.
That he is not fishing in her pond.
No. It's the exact opposite. All the people saying that these two are in love and it's happily ever after.
So he's parked in her garage, in your opinion. Well, that changed.
Dude.
It felt like you were.
Change.
It felt like you were saying that
Remember the epic meltdown we had over the real estate, and I was saying she did things, and it's allegedly and all this. My point has always been they're not in love. You would never find Buddy in a yellow and black Columbia jacket with a straw hat on the beach.
This is a real picture. This is where they met.
Yeah. Okay.
This is where they met.
What happened to the airplane story, dude?
I don't know. I just see deductive logic. I use deductive logic.
Yeah.
And
she's a solution-based company trying to get paid. We get it, dude. We get it.
I mean, and then, emails and stuff.
Like, the ball's on you to do this. Do you understand what this is, bro? Like, you're releasing private communication.
I love the scumbag Roberts comment. That's cool and all, but how did y'all meet? Like, that's phenomenal. That's who we are.
What we care about.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I would too.
It has, and again, for the record,
it's elder abuse. God damn it!
No,
she doesn't feed him mucilix.
I don't have any problem if dude needs to get to his 21 times a month through her. No problem, bro.
Look, if old liver spots wants to feel young once a month, hey,
I have no problem.
Who is Jordan Hudson to stand in his way?
Yeah, dude, no problem with it. But you lose me when she becomes your
muse.
Yeah, your PR firm and your creative muse.
Your muse.
And apparently she's dressing you in an embarrassing fashion for the CBS interview.
What?
Like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah, some people agreed with me that he shouldn't have been wearing a torn sweatshirt.
No.
She's got them crazy eyes.
She does. She does.
Does she really?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, but are you looking at her eyes?
Not in that dress, if that's what that is.
Let's probably move on from that comment.
You don't have to get all choked up, dude. I mean, it really is,
Okay. Capazzo, you might be right. Whoa, what did Capazzo say? Hang on. Hang on. Rock and rant. Her playlist is 100 songs long, and every single song is Gold Digger by Kanye.
Damn,
God
dog.
damn.
I mean, hey, you're not wrong.
ACC Commissioner Gumby, she's mid. Well, I would agree the midriff is not a bad thing. That's what you when you said mid, okay. I could be confused. I find backwoods Mike Smith, LOL, ACC West Coast Commissioner Gumby, don't feed the animals. Capazzo, I agree. She was an escort that got those hooks into Bill. Stop.
She's working, dog.
Stop.
She's working. You know what I mean?
Stop. And I've seen the photos. He got her hook in her. And
Anita Dick and me.
Stuff in the hook. You
perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip.
You're going now. Thankfully, it's not real. My point is, you guys don't think there's any chance that this is, even though she has a track record of dating,
That's precisely why it's not, dude.
Nursing home
she
dudes.
Has dated older bros, and he's next in line.
Are you lonely? Yeah. Okay, but why don't we head over to the nursing home? We can find a dude. Do you really think she only dates based on the net worth?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm not ready to say that. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but
the downstairs kitty cat is not yours to have, okay?
It's Bill's to have, and I think he's had it.
Kitty cat juices is not all over the place.
You're so cold-blooded. Oak St. James, who is the marriage, like guru on this show.
Hell no.
He's the same guy that gave us advice. Don't tell your wife she's hot. Say in public she's not. That's the key to a strong relationship.
Hell out of here with that.
I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. It's James knows gold digger. He knows the words. Boyd Lake, she's mid. You mean like Sydney Sweeney? Oh God, don't go there. Don't go there. Certain millennials on the set are going to lose their mind.
Dude.
Macaque.
It's fine. And okay. Rock and Rant. Alexa, give me an example of crisis PR without mentioning Jordan rules. Exactly right. Mikkel Schwinger. Honestly, I'm assuming daddy issues almost a lot.
Yeah.
So you think that her dad was like Belichick's age? She fell in love with her dad, then he died, so she went and found another daddy.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? I'll wait. Go ahead. Guy, that's one of the best drops we have.
I'm not your daddy.
Yes, you are. Anyway, I think it's a great. I do. Fat Jesus, who actually is the true king of dating advice on this show. He told Jake to break up with her by text, and so Jake did.
I listened.
True love doesn't exist. Let them have at it. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but that's my point.
Look, you want to field a football team? Get after it, kid.
With them getting after it, dude. But don't sit here and convince me that they're going to be happily ever after and she's going to marry him and everything's going to be
I just don't know how
awesome.
you can say that she's not attracted to him. I don't know how you can't say that.
Yeah, was it the glass cutters pictured here?
Like, how can you say she's not wanting to hit that?
I don't get down like that.
I think you do, sweetie. Look at his nipples.
This man was a bona fide scrub.
That's all I'm saying.
I guess
we've gone too far with this, I think. Have we gone I think we've gone too far with this now. I feel awkward. The real question is, will Bill break up with Jordan via text?
Yeah, it's a legitimate question, dude.
Johnny Gonzalez, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a legitimate question, bro.
Mikkel Schwinger, bad relationships with their own pops. Oh, I'm going to make it good with you, Billy boy. Oh, you're a bad daddy.
Wow. Wow, dude.
I just thought that you would appreciate me treating you like an adult.
Oh, there was some goodness. I saw Accountant 2 over the weekend. If you like The Accountant 2 was good. My wife actually liked it. You know what ruined the movie, though? We only ate half the bucket of popcorn.
Vexes me.
I don't know why, but I'm telling you, the stadium guy, James, how is it that Bill was not wearing a North Carolina hoodie? Wear the school colors. Well, and we've said that.
Well, his
and we
great
were saying
PR
that.
firm guided him, Yeah. I mean, it's just
his
just
PR person and stuff. Since none of us are in the know on their ship, why waste time in it? But see, we argued about this Thursday.
Shut the fuck up, Danny.
I said big blue horses. I said the same thing, and everybody was like, "Oh, dude, it's sex and a hot chick. We're guys. We got to talk about it."
Shut the fuck up, Danny.
Like I straight up said, "Why do we care?" And Jake's like, "Oh, because she's all up in his stuff. She's on the field. She's on the red carpet. She's in the Dunkin commercial. We got to talk about this."
And it sucks.
And I was like, "Okay."
Do you think I like put shows together every day and I'm like, man, God, how can we talk about Jordan Hudson today?
No, well, I do think you say
God.
that yeah. I think you the way you pick topics is what's going to piss off Uncle Monty today.
Well,
let's ride.
Oh boy, that's an offensive foul. That's an offensive foul. Karl Anthony Towns sucks. You just got a turnover. The clock is running down. He runs down the floor, dribbling the basketball as time expires to dunk it after the buzzer.
I don't know. Was it?
I think it was. We'll find out.
They're going to review it.
Yeah, we'll see. A baddie for daddy.
Okay.
Oh, daddy.
Bro.
I don't know why. Rock and Rant, they're all lying. Like everyone in your chat was on GQ cover last week. Yeah, like what do you guys know about hot chicks?
Daddy.
Kenny, you know. I'm the only one with a hot wife.
So you have no frame of reference here, Donnie.
So I can't hit my driver to save my life right now. Quite literally, if your child was going to die, if I had to hit a driver, your kid's dead.
It's over.
Right? My wife shows up Friday night and hits like a 255, 260-yard bomb off the tee. That was where it ended. Do you don't want to know my golf life? So I had maybe the worst round I've had in a very long time on Friday night. Saturday, I shot a 75. Best ball off the tee, but shot a 75. Putted like it was my job. My short game was locked. On the 17th at Park City, I had a 7-iron. How far do you think that 7-iron went? I think it was 190 to the flag. No,
to 205.
How did it?
The flag was 180.
Then how does it wind up on the back of the green?
Because it's 20, 30 yards past. So like.
So anyway, this thing winds up probably 40 yards past the flag. Pull up my 60-degree, boom, within 8 feet. Knock the putt down. Like, can I hit a driver? No. Mini driver? Yes. Boom. Real driver? No. No. Backwoods Mike Smith. Bill just lucky the Maury show is no longer on the air, or he would be hearing, Bill, you are the father.
I mean, it's facts, dude. It's absolutely facts.
I tend to agree with Big Blue Horses. I really could not. It's not possible for me to care less. If they're having sex,
incredible to me, dude. Like,
listen, but no, if they're having sex or they're in love, it's not my business. If she's on the football field and interfering and stuff, okay. When it comes to football, I care. The CBS interview, Simon and Schuster should be pissed, and allegedly they are, because his book took a beating. Because nobody's talking about the book; they're talking about Jordan Hudson, and I think that's what she wants. Which is why she allegedly injected herself into the Dunkin brand commercial about Boston with Ben Affleck. You know, like a big part of that sucks. And I get that. We've gone off the rails. I don't think we have. We're having a mature adult discussion. Bill is packing serious heat if he's on Maury. Dude, Al Pacino should be on Maury. $5 says she took the batteries out of Bill's Life Alert device. Bro. Have you ever heard of Life Alert?
Yes.
Okay. Bro. Let's relax.
Okay.
Here we go.
So hold on a second. Just quick review
real quick
on Ryan Smith's athletic teams.
Yes.